Lionheart, God put fire in my bones. I walk through the pressure, but I don't walk alone. The cage can shake, the night can start, but God gave me a lion heart. Yeah. I came from the silence with a roar in my spirit. Pain tried to speak, but I refused to hear it. Cold iron waiting like a beast in the room, but I was not made to bow down to gloom. My hands grip the bar like a promise to heaven. Every pain feels heavy, but grace hits heavier. The mirror shows scars, but the scars show art. God wrote courage deep inside my heart. This is not why I pot, this is sacred control. A lion under God with fire in his soul. I don't chase comfort, I don't chase the easy. I chase the calling that the weak never see. My piano walks like a shadow in the cave. Violins rise like a blade full of rage. Brass comes roaring like a crown in the dark. And the whole room feels my lion heart. Oh, when the pressure bites, I don't break apart. When the weight gets loud, I remember my heart. When the fear gets close, I don't let it start. God put strength in my lion heart. Lion heart, I was built for the fire. God took my pain and turned it into power. Lion heart, when the darkness starts, I raise the way with a lion heart. I don't bow to the storm. I was shaped in the struggle and reborn. Lion heart, let the whole room hear. God gave me courage louder than fear. I don't move reckless, I move with purpose. Every heart season had a reason beneath the surface. The furnace got hot, but it trained my breath. I learned how to live with it, promised death. 808s hit like paws on the ground. The choir comes in with a royal sound. Travel just beat like a heart in war, and I feel God calling me to more. I don't need a crowd to know my name. I don't need applause to carry this flame. The altar is hidden where the pain gets deep. That's where the lion learns not to sleep. Every final rep is a battlefield decision. Every drop of sweat is a mark of precision. I can't retire, but I won't depart until the fire wakes my lion heart. I don't break apart. When the weight gets loud, I remember my heart. When the fear gets close, I don't let it start. God put strength in my lion heart. Lion heart, I was built for the fire. God took my pain and turned it into power. Lion heart, when the darkness starts, I raise the way with a lion heart. Lion heart, I don't bow to the storm. I was shaped in the struggle and reborn. Lion heart, let the whole room hear. God gave me courage louder than fear. The lion does not run when the valley gets dark. The warrior does not quit when the trial leaves a mark. The crown is not comfort, the crown is a call, and God still reigns over every fall. I kneel before the King, then I rise with flame. I don't worship the struggle, I worship His name. The cage lost power, the chains lost art. The roar came alive in my lion heart. Roar, roar, roar up, fear down, steel grip, crown sound, face it, drum pound, grace move, walls down, quiet climb, brass bar, light cuts through dark. No cage, no scar can kill lion heart. Lion heart, through the furnace heat, God put thunder under tying feet. Lion heart, through the crushing weight, I walk through pain and came out shaped. Lion heart, when the room shakes hard, I live like a man with heaven on guard. Lion heart, when the last rap starts, God wakes the fire inside my heart. Lion heart, I was built for the fire. God took my pain and turned it into power. Lion heart, let the whole room hear. God gave me courage louder than fear. Lion heart, God put fire in my bones. I walk through the pressure, but I don't walk alone. The cage can shake, the night can start, but God gave me a lion heart. rising in me. The fear gets loud, but it cannot leave. The cage breaks open, the dark steps back. Roar of faith when the drums attack. I walked to the iron with a storm in my jaw. Pain tried to scare me, but I saw what it saw. A man under pressure, but not under chains. A heart being forged where the fire remains. The bar sits heavy like a beast on the ground, but grace gets stronger when the drums get loud. My hands close tight, my breathing gets deep. I wake up the courage that refused to sleep. This is not noise, this is faith with teeth. A holy roar from the war underneath. Every scar on my frame got a sermon inside. Every hard rep tells my flesh to die. Dark piano strikes like midnight steel. Violins rise with a blade like steel. Brass comes wild like a king in a storm. And the roar of faith makes the weak man transform. When the room gets heavy, I don't shrink down. When the trial get wilder, I stand my ground. When the old fist speaks, I answer with flame. The roar of faith calls out his name. Roar of faith, louder than fear. God made me strong when the fight came near. Roar of faith, deep in my bones, I was not built to break alone. Roar of faith, through the loaded bar, grace turned wounds into battle scars. Let the darkness hear the lion wakes when God is near. I don't live for pride, I live with a purpose. Every ounce of pressure got a reason beneath it. The sweat hits the floor like a vow being sealed, and the pain starts bending when the prayer gets real. 808 stomp like a lion on stone. The choir climbs with a royal tone. Tribal drums move like a pulse in the night, and the whole room shakes when I step in the fight. I've had days when my mind felt hunted, all mistakes speaking like I still want it. But mercy came running with a crown in his hands and taught my spirit how a warrior stands. Now I don't ask fear what I'm allowed to be. I don't let the past put a leash on me. I breathe in grace, let the bass hit hard, then I roar through the weight with a guarded heart. When the room gets heavy, I don't shrink down. When the trial get wilder, I stand my ground. When the old fist speaks, I answer with flame. The roar of faith calls out his name. Roar of faith, louder than fear. God made me strong when the fight came near. Roar of faith, deep in my bones, I was not built to break alone. Roar of faith, through the loaded bar, grace turned wounds into battle scars. Roar of faith, let the darkness hear the lion wakes when God is near. There is a sound that fear cannot own. There is a fire that grows in the bone. There is a king who stands over pain. There is a grace that breaks every chain. I kneel and surrender and rise with control. The roar is not ego, it comes from the soul. I don't need rage, I don't need pride. The Lion of Judah is walking inside. Roll out, bass cracks, steel bend, pain back, drum stomp, choir rise, grace good, oh line, hands grip, heart burns, fear speak, faith turns, dark shake, light appears, roar of faith, louder than fear. Roar of faith, through the furnace heat, God put power on the tired feet. Roar of faith, through the breaking point, grace feels strength, but a bone feel void. Roar of faith, when the weight feels cruel, I don't bow down, I let God rule. Roar of faith, when the last web starts, the lion wakes inside my. Roar of faith, louder than fear. God made me strong when the fight came near. Roar of faith, let the darkness hear the lion wakes when God is near. Roar of faith, louder than fear. God made me strong when the fight came near. Roar of faith, let the darkness hear the lion wakes when God is near. Roar of faith, rising in me. The fear gets loud, but it cannot leave. The cage breaks open, the dark steps back. Roar of faith when the drums attack. Roar of faith. Born to rise. When the pressure hits, born to rise. Grace in my lungs and fire in my grip. The ground may shake, the night may try, but God made me born to rise. Yeah, I came to the wake with the war in my breathing. Hold out talking, but I stopped believing. The iron looks cold, but my spirit runs high. God gave me more than the fear ever thought. I've been down where the silence gets heavy, where the mind feels weak and the hands getting unsteady. But mercy came close with the flame in the dark and lit up courage in the walls of my heart. This is not luck, this is holy construction. Pain tried to break me, God made it instruction. Every scar became a line in the map, showing with grace, pull my strength back. Dark piano moves like a storm through the room. Violins rise like a blade through gloom. Brass comes quiet, tribal drums collide, and the lion in my spirit starts to rise. When the load gets cruel, I don't disappear. When the floor feels low, I still stand here. When the world says stop, I lift my eyes. God made me born to rise. When the pressure hits, I turn pain into to explain my calling. I don't let failure decide if I'm falling. The road got narrow, but my vision got clear. Got this deep work where men face fear. 808 stone like a beast on the stone. Fire comes in with a royal tone. The baseline hits and the cage starts cracking. Grace keeps commanding, my soul starts attacking. I've had seasons where the mirror felt cruel, where the old man tried to rewrite the rules, but the cross broke louder than the shame in my chest, and God made strength out of what looked pressed. Every final rep is a resurrection. Every drop of sweat is a new direction. I don't just survive when the fire gets high. I was building the flame, I was born to rise.
When the load gets cruel,
I don't disappear.
when the floor feels low,
I still stand here.
when the world says stop,
I lift my eyes.
God made me born to rise, born to rise.
When the pressure hits, I turn pain into power with my hands on the grip.
Born to rise,
When the night gets loud, I don't sink down. I break through the clouds.
born to rise.
When the weight feels high, God put thunder in my reason why.
Born to rise,
Let the whole room know the fire gets stronger. When the trial says no, I was not shaped for the shallow road. I was not called to avoid the load. I was not saved to sleep in defeat. I was made to stand when the fire meets me. The lion waits where the pain gets deep. The crown is forged where the weak man leaves. I kneel to the king, then I face the fight. By grace, by blood, I was born to rise. Rise up.
face it,
Hands locked,
flame lit,
drum stomp.
ground split,
Grace moves,
pain quits,
quiet climb.
brass wide,
Fear fades,
light strikes,
steel bends.
eyes high. Born to rise, born to rise, born to rise, born to rise,
Born to
born to rise.
Through the furnace door, I came in broken, but I leave with more. Through the crushing weight, God called courage where I carry faith.
Born to rise,
When the last rep burns, every scar I carry becomes what I learn.
born to rise.
When the storm gets wild,
Will the king still stand?
with his warrior child.
Born to rise,
When the pressure hits, I turn pain into power with my hands on the grip.
born to rise.
Let the whole room know, the fire gets stronger. When the trial says no, born to rise.
Born to rise,
When the pressure hits, grace in my lungs,
and
fire in my grip. The ground may shake,
the night may try.
but God made me
Born to rise. Kingdom beast,
But I serve the king, iron in my hands, and a prayer in everything. The room gets loud, the bass starts to breathe.
kingdom beast,
God wakes strength in me. I walk to the bar with a calm kind of violence, not from my ego, but from years in the silence. Cold steel waiting like a test for my soul, but grace taught my body how to stay controlled. I'm not chasing rage, I'm chasing refinement. God put fire into sacred alignment. Every plate on the bar got a lesson to teach. Every rep puts purpose out of places to be. The tribal drums hit like a chest full of thunder. Dark keys move where the oath it was under. Violence cut through the doubt in the air, and the choir comes down like a royal prayer. This is beast mode with the cross in the center. Her warrior trained by the wounds he remembers. I don't live to prove I belong in the room. I live because God brought life from the tomb.
when the pressure gets loud, I don't lose my aim. When the pain bites hard, I still call his name.
There is power in my hands, but my knees stay low. The beast wakes up, but the king keeps control.
Kingdom beast,
With a servant soul, God took the broken and made him whole.
kingdom beast,
When the iron screams, I push through the fire with holy dreams.
kingdom beast,
Not pride, not rage, just strength from heaven breaking every cage.
kingdom
Let
beast,
the whole room see I
my bones. I don't let weakness build itself a throne. I don't let failure rewrite my name. God turn the ashes into training flame. 808 hit like the ground got cracked. My hands stay locked and my focus stays black. The mirror shows sweat, but the spirit sees war. I came to become what I prayed for. There were days when my mind ran low, when the old chains caught from the life I know. But mercy stepped in with a stronger command and put kingdom purpose back in my hands. Now the weight gets heavy, but my heart gets still. I don't move by feeling, I move by will. The lion inside doesn't answer defeat. He answers the king when the drums repeat.
When the pressure gets wild, I don't lose my aim. When the pain bites hard, I still call his name. There is power in my hands, but my knees stay low. The beast wakes up, but the king keeps control. King of the beast, with a servant soul. God took the broken and made him whole. King of the beast, when the iron screams, I push through the fire with holy dreams. King of the beast, not pride, not rage, just strength from heaven breaking every cage. King of the beast, let the whole room see I move like a lion, but I bow to the king.
I am not ruled by the hunger for praise. I am not moved by the noise they raise. I am not chained to the beast of pride. I carry the cross with the old men die. Let the drums get heavy, let the brass go wide, let the choir rise, with the king on my side.
The lion has power, but the throne has law. My strength is surrendered, that is my war. Bass hit, room shake, hands grip, chains break, drums stomp, heart flame, grace moves, no shame. Choir high, brass loud, lion waits, knees bow, still bend, fire breath, king the beast, no death. No death, no death, no death, no death, no death, no death, no death. King of beast,
Through the furnace door, I am too tired, but I leave with more.
king of beast,
Through the heavy pain, God carved strength into my frame.
king of beast.
When the last rep calls, I rise with fire while the old man falls.
King of beast,
With the servant soul, God took the broken and made him whole.
king of beast,
Not pride, not rage, just strength from heaven breaking every cage.
king of
Let
beast.
the whole room see I move like a lion, but I bow to the king. Kingdom beast,
Kingdom beast,
but I serve the king. Iron in my hands, in a prayer and everything. The room gets loud, the bass starts to breathe. Kingdom beast, God awake strength in me.
no fear in my blood, no chains in my name. God lit the fire, and I walk through the flame. The lion wakes up when the drums start to flood. No fear in my blood. Yeah. I came to the iron with my past on my shoulders, old scars talking, but my spirit got bolder. The room feels cold, but my focus stays high. God gave me courage, fear never guide. I don't move reckless, I move with conviction. Every hard season became ammunition. Every closed door put still in my frame. Every dark night taught me how to pray. The bass hits low in the ground, starts breathing. Tribal drums move like a heart still beating. Dark piano cuts through the weight in the air, and the choir rises like a lion's prayer. This is not ego, this is not pride. This is the fire God placed inside. I don't ask fear what I'm allowed to become. No fear in my blood, I was made to run. When the pressure speaks, I don't answer small. When the weight gets cruel, I still give all. When the night gets close, I remember the flood. Grace runs deeper. No fear in my blood, no fear in my blood. When the battle gets loud, I stand in the fire with my head unbowed. No fear in my blood. When the iron feels cruel, God turns pain into kingdom fuel. No fear in my blood. Let the whole room shake. The lion inside me was born wide awake. No fear in my blood. I don't break, I become. God put courage where the fear tried to run.
I don't carry panic like it knows my breath. I don't let pressure preach death. I don't let the mirror decide my worth. God builds strength from the dirt of the earth. Every loaded plate has a voice in the test. Every final rep puts war in the chest. But I don't bow down when the pain gets close. I live with the one who strengthens me most. Brass comes in like a crown made of thunder. Violins rising, the old eyes go under. Heartstrings flash like light on a blade. And the weak man dies where the strong is made. I've seen valleys try to swallow my vision. I've seen failure come just like a prison. But mercy broke through like a word from above. Now there is no fear running through my blood.
When the pressure speaks, I don't answer small. When the weight gets cruel, I still give all. When the night gets close, I remember the flood.
Grace runs deeper.
No fear in my blood, no fear in my blood.
When the battle gets loud, I stand in the fire with my head unbowed.
No fear in my blood.
When the iron feels cruel, God turns pain into kingdom fuel.
No fear in my blood.
Let the whole room shake. The lion inside me was born wide awake.
No fear in my blood.
I don't break, I become. God put courage where the fear tried to run. Fear had a voice, but it lost its throne. Pain had a grip, but it broke on the stone. Shame had a chain, but grace had a key. The cross spoke louder than the dark in me. I am not rude,
But a storm outside,
I am not moved.
but the doubt inside.
The king gave strength,
The lion stood up
now there is no fear.
in my blood.
Bass drop, heart rise, steel grip, clear eyes, drums hit, cage crack, straight smooth, fear back, squire loud, brass wide, lion wakes deep inside, pain burns, still I stand. No fear,
No fear,
bloodline command.
no fear in my blood.
Through the furnace heat,
God put thunder.
under tired feet,
No fear in my blood.
through the crushing weight,
I walk through
fire and I leave remain.
no fear in my blood.
When the last rep calls, the old man fades and the warrior stands tall.
No fear in my blood.
Let the whole room shake. The lion inside me was born wide awake.
Fear in my blood. No fear in my blood.
I don't break, I become. God put courage where the fear tried to run.
No fear in my blood.
No chains in my name,
God lit the fire.
and I walk through the flame.
Lion wakes up.
When the drums start to flood
No fear.
in my blood. Crowned under pressure, forged in the flame. God used the struggle to sharpen my name. The weight came heavy, but I stood through the storm. Crowned under pressure, built to be more. I walked in carrying battles nobody could see. Oh, pain hanging like chains over me. The iron was cold, the room felt severe, but I came too far to be ruled by fear. My hands touched steel like a sacred decision. No applause needed, just God in precision. Every place like I had a lesson inside. Every breath I took made the old man die. The tribal drums hit like a heart under trial. Dark keys move with a kingly denial. Violence rose like a blade in the air, and the choir came down like a warrior prayer. This is not comfort, this is formation. Pressure became part of my consecration. What tried to crush me could not own my crown. God made me rise when the world pushed down, 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 down.
When the low got violent.
I learned to stay still.
When the pain got louder.
I leaned into will.
When the trial got heavy.
Grace made it mine. Pressure became the place I would shine.
Crowned under pressure.
Race through the weight. God made a warrior out of what tried to break.
Crowned under pressure.
Fire in my frame. The struggle came hard, but it sharpened my name.
Crowned under pressure.
I stand in the sound. The bar may bend, but I won't go down.
Crowned under pressure.
Let the drums declare. God builds kings where the pain meets prayer. I don't run from the furnace that teaches control. I don't curse the fire that refines my soul. I don't fear the mountain standing in my view. I climb with the strength that God brings through. 808s hit like a hammer on stone. The baseline growls and the lion gets known. Brass comes wild like a royal command, and the floor starts shaking under both my hands. Every heart season, cough death in my chest. Every closed door, strain my focus best. Every time left, tried to bury my spark. God put the crown in the middle of dark. Now I live for purpose, not anger or pride. The king rules the flame that is burning inside. The weight may test me, the room may get loud, but pressure became where God placed my crown. When the Lord got violent, I learned to stay still. When the pain got louder, I leaned into will. When the trial got heavy, grace made it mine. Pressure became the place I would shine. Drowned under pressure, race through the weight. God made a warrior out of what tried to break. Drowned under pressure, fire in my frame. The struggle came hard, but it sharpened my name. Drowned under pressure, I stand in the sound. The ball may bend, but I won't go down. Drowned under pressure, let the drums declare. God builds kings where the pain meets prayer. Ground without pressure will never sit right. A man without fire will never know fight. The throne is not given to comfort and sleep. It is carved in the valley where the roots grow deep. I bow to the king, then I rise from the ground. The furnace got loud, but it gave me a crown. Not made by ego, not shaped by fame. Crowned under pressure in Jesus' name. Still shake, hands lock, chains break, drums pound, crown flame, grace cuts through shame. Quiet lips, brass strike, lion breath, dark night, weight screams, I stare. Crowned under pressure. Under pressure. Crowned under pressure. Crowned under pressure. Through the furnace door, I hit to a scars, but I walked out more. Crowned under pressure. Through the crushing sound, the trial got heavy, but I held my ground. Crowned under pressure. When the last rep burns, every wound I carry becomes what I learn. Crowned under pressure. When a strong arm made, God carved courage with a holy blade. Crowned under pressure. Rise, waves moved away. God made a warrior out of what tried to break. Crowned under pressure. Let the drums declare, God builds kings where the pain meets prayer. Crowned under pressure, forged in the flame. God used the struggle to sharpen my name. The weight came heavy, but I stood through the storm. Crowned under pressure, built to be more. The lion wakes when the pain gets loud. Grace hits deep, and I rise from the ground. The cage starts breaking, the dark heart shakes when God speaks fire. The lion wakes. Lion wakes. The lion wakes. The lion wakes. I came to the iron with sleep in my scars. Whole battles hiding like ghosts in the dark. The weight looked heavy, the room looked cold, but my spirit remembered what God had told. I was not made for a life on pause. I was not built to obey old flaws. The boss is still like a beast to be faced, but I grip that steel with a hunger for grace. Tribal drums roll like a storm in my ribs. Dark piano walks where the old fear live. Violence rise with a royal attack, and the weak man in me starts falling back. This is not madness, this is only control. A lion waking in a disciplined soul. When the pressure bites and the body shakes, that is the moment the lion wakes. When my breath gets short and the load feels cruel, I don't let pain become my rule. When the trial roars, I don't escape. God lights the fire, the lion wakes. The lion wakes. When the pain gets loud, I rise with grace, and I don't back down. The lion wakes. When the iron calls, I push through the weight while the old man falls. The lion wakes. Where the kingdom sound, every chain in my mind starts breaking down. don't chase comfort like it carries my name. I don't feed weakness with excuses and shame. I don't bow low to the voice of defeat. I let prayer put fire back under my feet. 808s growl like thunderous stone. The quiet comes in with a heavenly tone. Brass opens wide like a crown in the sky, and I feel that roar start to multiply. There were nights when my strength felt buried, when the dream felt distant and the soul felt heavy. But mercy moved in with a hand on my chest and turned that pressure into holy unrest. Now I train like a man with a vow to keep. I don't let purpose fall back asleep. The furnace gets hot, but the flame reshapes, and under the weight, the lion waits.
When my breath gets short and the load feels cruel,
I don't let pain become my rule.
when the trial roars, I don't escape.
God lights the fire, the lion wakes. The lion wakes. When the pain gets loud, I rise with grace.
And I don't back down.
The lion wakes. When the iron calls, I push through the weight.
While the old man falls,
The lion wakes with a kingdom sound. Every chain in my mind starts breaking down. The lion wakes, let the whole room shake. God put courage where fear used to stay. Wake up the courage, buried under the strain. Wake up the purpose, hidden under the pain. Wake up the fighter that prayer has made. Wake up the fire that grace never gave away. I kneel before the king, then I stand with control. The war is not pride, it is strength in the soul. The cage has no crown, the fear has no place. God calls my name, and the lion wakes. Wake up, bass hit, hands locked, flame lit, drums pound, floor split, grace moves, hate quits, quiet rise, fast break, still bend, so shakes, no cage, no change. Lion wakes in Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. In Jesus' name.
the lion wakes.
Through the furnace door, I came in tired, but I leave with more.
The lion wakes.
Through the crushing sound, God planted strength where I held my ground.
The lion wakes.
When the last breath burns, every scar I carry becomes what I learned.
The lion wakes.
When the fire gets wide, grace puts thunder on the inside. The lion wakes. When the pain gets loud, I rise with grace, and I don't back down. The lion wakes. Let the whole room shake. God put courage where fear used to stay.
The lion wakes.
When the pain gets loud,
Grace hits deep.
and I rise from the ground,
The cage starts breaking.
the dark heart shakes.
When God speaks fire,
The lion wakes. Heart of a warrior, built in the flame. God took the pain and gave it a name. Not made for comfort, not made to hide. Heart of a warrior, burning, 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 burning inside. Burning. Oh.
heart of a warrior.
Burning, burning, burning inside. Yeah. I walked through seasons when my strength felt buried. Dreams got heavy and my vision got blurry. The mirror saw sweat, but God saw gold. A man being shaped with a fire got cold. I came to the iron with a prayer in my breathing. Old fear talking, but I stopped agreeing. The bar looked cruel like a mountain of doubt, but grace came alive when the drums broke out. Trouble rhythm beating like a war in my ribs. The piano moving where the old man lived. Violins rise like a blade through night, and the choir comes down with kingdom light. This is not just muscle, this is soul formation. Discipline born from divine foundation. Every scar has a sermon, every wound has art. God built the warrior inside my heart.
When the road gets narrow,
I don't turn around.
when the load gets heavy,
I still hold ground.
when the trial cuts deep,
I don't lose the spark.
God keeps building.
A warrior heart,
Heart of a warrior.
fire in the frame,
God to my weakness.
and change my name.
Heart of a warrior.
Made underway. The pressure came hard, but it trained my faith.
Heart of a warrior.
Strong through the scars,
Built in the shadows.
under don't chase easy, I chase the assignment. I don't call pain wasted when God refines it. The furnace may burn, but the lesson stays clean. The strongest roots grow when nobody is seen. 808s hit like thunder on stone. The bass line growls and the line gets known. Brass overs wild like a royal command, and I feel fresh strength moving into my hands. I've had nights where the silence was loud, where the mind felt trapped under doubt like a cloud. But mercy stepped close with a sword full of light and taught my spirit how to stand up and fight. Now I live with purpose, not rage in my chest. I train like a man who has been through the test. The world saw pressure, but God saw the start of a warrior rising with fire in his heart.
When the road gets narrow,
I don't turn around.
when the load gets heavy,
I still hold ground.
when the trial cuts deep,
I don't lose the spark.
God keeps building
A warrior heart,
heart of a warrior.
fire in the frame,
God took my weakness,
and changed my name.
heart of a warrior.
Made underway. The pressure came hard, but it trained my faith.
Heart of a warrior,
Strong through the scars,
built in the shadows.
under heavy bars.
Heart of a warrior,
Let the drums declare, God made courage where I once felt fear. A warrior is not made where the road feels kind. He's shaped in the place where he conquers his mind. He learns in the silence, he grows in the strain. He kneels before God, then he rises through pain. Not pride in my spirit, not rage in my hands, only grace in the fire where the strong man stands. The lion may roar, but the king owns the flame.
heart of a warrior.
Built in his name,
Heart,
strong,
bass,
hit,
hands,
locks, flame, lit, drums, pound, steel, rise, grace, cuts, old, lies, choir, high, brass, war, pain, breaks, faith, more, no fear, no dark, warrior, heart,
heart of a warrior.
through the furnace door,
I enter tired,
but I leave with more,
heart of a warrior.
through the crushing sound, God planted strength, where I held my ground.
Heart of a warrior,
When the last breath burns, every scar I carry becomes what I learned.
heart of a warrior.
Built for the fight, grace put thunder where I had no mind.
Heart of a warrior.
Fire in the frame,
God took my weakness,
and changed my name.
heart of a warrior.
Let the drums declare, God made courage where I once felt fear.
Heart of a warrior.
Burning, built in the flame. God took the pain and gave it a name. Not made for comfort, not made to hide. Ooh. Heart of a warrior, burning inside. Ooh. Fearless by grace, not fearless by pride. God put a lion
On the inside,
The storm gets close, but I know my place. I stand through fire, fearless by grace. Yeah. Fearless by grace. Fearless by grace. I came to the iron with a quiet kind of hunger, not chasing noise, just the strength from under. The room felt heavy, the bar looked mean, but God built courage where fear had been. My hands touched still like a prayer with weight. The drum started moving, the dark came late. Dark piano walked through the cold in the air, but mercy stood close like a warrior there. I know what it means to be low in the valley, to fight with the thoughts that come trying to trap me. But a cross spoke louder than a voice of shame, and graceful fire in the middle of my name. Violence rise like a blade being drawn, brass comes alive like the break in the dawn. The lion may roar, but the king owns the flame. I live through the pain in Jesus' name.
from the fear comes dressed like
A reason to stop
I remember the blood.
that already bought.
Every breath I have,
Every step I face, I'm not fearless by pride, I'm fearless by grace.
fearless by grace.
When the pressure gets high, I don't move from ego, I move
With the light,
fearless steady. I don't fake strength when the trigger gets heavy. I bring my weakness to the one who restores. Then I walk back stronger through the gym doors. 808 hit like thunder in my chest. The bassline growls and I lock in the test. Tribal drums move like a march in my veins. Grace turns pressure into purpose again. Every scar has a lesson written under the skin. Every failure got buried when mercy stepped in. Every final rep is a choice I make to trust God deeper when my body shakes. The crowd may never know the wars I survived. The nights I prayed just to keep hope alive. But heaven saw all that the world never traced. That's why I stand here,
Fearless by grace.
when the fear comes dressed like a reason to stop. I remember the blood that already bought. Every breath I have, every step I face. I'm not fearless by pride, I'm fearless by grace.
Fearless by grace.
When the pressure gets high, I don't move from ego, I move with the light. Fearless by grace,
Fearless by grace.
when the weight feels cruel, God makes strength from a surrendered fuel.
Fearless by grace.
When the old chains call,
I hear his voice.
and I stand through it all.
Fearless by grace.
Let the whole room shake. The lion keeps rising when the soul won't break. Grace does not mean I never feel pain.
Grace means God
Still reigns in the strain. Grace does not mean the road stays clean. Grace means fire can still make me clean. I kneel before power, I bow before truth. I give God the burden, He gives me the proof. The roar in my chest is not rage in its place. It is courage from heaven. Fearless by grace. Grace hit, bass drop, hands lock, fear stop, drums pound, steel rise, light cuts, old lies, wire line, brass break, lion roar, chains break, not pride, not rage.
Fearless by grace.
Fearless by grace. Fearless by grace.
Fearless by grace.
Through the furnace heat, God put strength on the tire feet.
Fearless by grace.
Through the crushing sound, I walk through the fire, and I still held ground.
Fearless by grace.
When the last breath burns, every wound I carry becomes what I learn. Fearless by grace. When the storm feels wide, the King gives courage from the inside.
Fearless by grace.
When the pressure gets high, I don't move from ego, I move with the light.
Fearless by grace.
Let the whole room shake. The lion keeps rising when the soul won't break. Hey! Fearless by grace, not fearless by pride. God put a lion
On the inside.
The storm gets close, but I know my place. I stand through fire.
Fearless by grace. Roar through the fire.
God walks with me,
The flame gets higher.
but I still breathe.
The trial gets louder.
The drums climb higher. I lift through pain and roar through the fire. Yeah. I came to the iron with the heat on my skin. No fear outside, but the King within. The bar looked cruel like a wall made of flame, but God put courage in the sound of my name. My hands locked tight, but it still feels alive. Every load of play asks if I will survive, but I don't answer pain with panic or doubt. I let the raw God gave me come out. Dark piano strikes like a storm in the cage. Violence cut through the weight and the rage. Trouble drums pound like a heart on a war, and the choir rises to the ceiling is torn. This is not pride, it's a fire refined. The lion awakened with a disciplined mind. I don't run from heat, I don't bow to the trial. I walk through the furnace with a kingdom's style.
When the flame gets close, I don't lose my breath.
When the pressure burns,
I don't speak death.
when my body shakes,
I climb up higher.
God walks with me. I roar through calling is burning, I don't call it failure. When the lesson is turning, the sweat hits the floor like a vow in a fight. And mercy keeps marching through the black of the night. 808s hit like thunder in my chest. The bass starts growling when I face the test. Brass opens wide like a crown in the sky, and I feel that lion start to multiply. There were days when the mirror looked empty, when the old life whispered, you are not ready. But grace came heavy with a hand from the light and taught my spirit how to stand up right. Now the last rep burns like a fire on my frame, but the flame can't erase what God gave my name. I came through the heat with my eyes still higher, and I found my war in the middle of fire. When the flame gets close, I don't lose my breath. When the pressure burns, I don't speak death. When my body shakes, I climb up higher. God walks with me, I roar through the fire. Roar through the fire. When the weight gets cruel, God turns the furnace into training school. Roar through the fire. When the pain gets deep, the lion inside doesn't bow, doesn't sleep. Hey. Roar through the fire. Let the whole room know grace made me stronger where the flames tried to grow. Roar through the fire. I don't leave the same. God builds warriors in the middle of flame. The fire did not own me, the furnace did not win. The heat became the altar where God burned fear within. The trial did not end me, the pressure did not lie. It showed me what was sleeping and taught my soul to rise. I kneel before the Savior, then stand against the night. The lion roars with purpose because the King gives light. No rage inside my spirit, no pride upon the wire. Only grace and thunder as I roar through the fire. Blade, hard bass, hit, hands lock, so lit. Drums pound, still shake, grace, move, chains break. Choir climb, brass roar, lion wakes, give more. Pain burns, eyes higher. Roar through the fire. Roar through the fire. Through the fire, through the final round. God put strength where my weakness was found. Through the fire, through the crushing weight. I walked in tired, but I leave remade. Through the fire, when the last rep calls, the old man fades and the warrior stands tall. Through the fire, with the King beside, I carry the flame and I don't run and hide. Through the fire, when the weight gets cruel, God turns the furnace into training school. Through the fire, let the whole room know grace made me stronger where the flames try to grow. Roar through the fire. God walks with me. The flame gets higher, but I still breathe. The trial